Hi guys, welcome to Agile Art. So today let's learn how to do a ocean resin art. So I'll be requiring a kitchen scale here for preparing the resin, which is our first step. I'll be using the Little Birdie resin, which I got from the Itsy Bitsy store. Resin comes in two parts. One is the clear resin and second one is the resin hardener. I'll be using a kitchen scale here for doing the measurements for mixing the resin. A plastic cup always comes handy, plastic or paper cup. Ensure to shake up the bottle properly before mixing up the resin. The quantity in which the resin has to be mixed depends from brand to brand. We use a palette knife for doing the mixing. A hot air gun is always needed to remove the air bubbles. So this is the clear resin. Let's start mixing up. So for this brand, the mixing ratio is 1:2. It depends again from brand to brand. Some brands have 3:1 ratio of mixing, whereas some have 1:1. So please read the back of the bottle carefully before even you do the mixing. So here 2:1 ratio, as in 2 parts of the clear resin to be mixed with 1 part of the hardener. Just ensure you scrape the sides of the plastic or the paper cup in which you have poured the resin. Scrape the bottom and mix the resin well. So mixing is done. The step 2, let's add pigments to the resin in order to start the resin artwork. Here I am using some mica pigments, and if you do not have mica pigments, then no worries, you might as well use your acrylic colors in order to get the desired color. So first color here is ocean blue. As you can see here, it's a beautiful blue color. Just a little bit of pigment I've added and I've mixed up with resin. So here comes the second color, which is the ultramarine blue. Like I said before, I didn't have the pigment for ultramarine blue, which is why I reused my acrylic color. Just a little bit, a tad bit of color is more than enough in order to get the pigment. As you can see, I'd added a very little color and you can see how bright it has turned out. Now comes the third color, which is teal. So I've mixed up teal here. So don't worry guys, if you do not have resin pigments, you need not essentially have to work with resin pigments only. It's not that if you do not have resin pigment, then you cannot do resin artwork. There is nothing like that. You can reuse your acrylic colors as well in place of pigments. So here, as you can see, I've used a white acrylic color here. So I'm mixing up it with resin. So white is done. White would be required for creating the waves, hence white, and all the blues will be required for the ocean effect. The next color what I'm taking here is the pearl yellow. You can use any shade of yellow here. So yellow is basically needed for creating the shore or the sand. So done. All the color mixing is done. All the 5 colors are ready, as you can see. So let's go ahead, just take up a canvas. I've used a stretch canvas here. I've ensured to put a masking tape on the side so that the resin doesn't spill over, or even if it does, it doesn't spoil the canvas. And once the resin is dried, the masking tape can be removed. So I'm pouring the colors whatever we created one after the other. So first being the ultramarine blue, followed by ocean blue, and then I'm adding teal, and finally I'm adding the last color what we mixed, which is the pearl yellow. So we can use the wooden spatula, whatever we use for mixing up the resin with the colors, for spreading the color on the canvas. If you're not so comfortable using this wooden spatula, you can use any of your palette knives and also spread the color. Just ensure you wear proper gloves and secure your face with mask whenever you are working with resin, because resin potentially has a lot of chemicals and it's not good to work with a bare face. So always secure your face with a face mask, and must secure your hands with the hand gloves, because if resin spills over on your hand and you happen to touch your hair with it, then you have to cut out your hair. So be very careful while you are working with resin. Though resin art is very stress busting and very satisfying art, but it requires a lot of caution when you work with the resin, because if you have small kids playing around, then you have to be utmost careful. And also the surface whatever you're working on for creating your artwork, ensure you spread proper protective material and only then do the resin work. Okay, that being said and done, now as you can see, I spread across all the colors whatever we had created except for white, because white is what will be layering in between the two colors. Any two colors here basically, between the blues are blue and the teal and the yellow. So that is where I'll be using the white. So that's why if you see, I have not yet added white. So that first I mix up all the colors well, blend them one into the other, and then the intermediate space will be filled with white for creating the waves. So as you can see here, you will be noticing a very glossy texture. So this is the same effect with which resin dries. That's the beauty of the resin. So it will look like you have embossed a glass on your painting. That is the quality or the end finish what a resin gives you. It is amazing to be used in your home decor. It looks very elegant. Even a simple art like this also looks very elegant when you have a resin coating on top. So because of the reflective texture what resin provides. So now comes the part wherein I'm adding the white, like I said. So in between two colors, I'm adding and spreading the white. As you can see, I'm just creating a wave-like pattern in my spatula while spreading it, a wavy pattern, and I am just distributing the color between two colors, just distributing the white between the two colors to be more precise. Okay, now what is the hack to get a wave-like structure? This is not done right, whatever we are seeing now. We have to see the natural effect of waves. The wavy texture has to be seen, right? So what do we do for that? We can use any blow dryer or a hair dryer. Okay, before that I'm using a butane torch here to pop out any air bubbles which will hamper the flow of resin. So by popping out the air bubbles, the resin becomes more fluidy and it will help in easy flow of the resin. That's the importance of using a butane torch. Whenever you do resin art, just do ensure to not skip this step. The work time of resin varies from brand to brand, so you have to be very fast in working with resin. So as you can see here, I'm using a hair dryer in order to create this wave-like structure. So we have popped out the air bubbles, right? Now when we use a strong hair dryer like this, which has a powerful motor, and because resin is a viscous fluid by itself, it helps in easy flow of the liquid and the material flows one into the other, creating this beautiful wave-like pattern as what you can see in the video. So blow till your heart accepts that it is okay. Whatever the structure what you have got on the canvas, you can might as well add more product here and move it. So you can add a clear resin also if you want before the white and try moving it. I'm just adding the leftover colors here. So once that is done, now I'm happy with the way the waves have turned out. In order to get more natural effect, I had some of these seashells what I got from one of the craft stores here. So I'm just using that on the seashore to create some additional effect onto the resin artwork. So I've done it. So I'm more happy with whatever the way it has turned out. So let's go ahead and let's see the final outcome. So this is the final output. It was a lot of fun in creating this resin art piece. So many more resin artwork will be coming up on my channel. So stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please do comment on the video if you liked what you saw. And stay tuned for further updates and further videos on my channel. Thank you.